guys. Hi.
Hi.
Today
Hi.
our
Hi.
special
Hi.
guest
Hi.
is Tisha.
And
Heidi, this is my little girl.
Heidi.
She'll get sick of us in a minute and walk away and go play and try and kill the dog.
And Robbie is over on the couch hiding from us.
Yeah, that's my partner. So family day out in the studio.
I feel one's child.
You want to talk? Do you want to say something?
I feel like I went and I bought my new sunglasses yesterday.
Oh, that's really cool.
And I want a pink one.
Yeah, pink ones. Can you say auf Deutsch, hallo, mein Name ist Heidi. Ich bin 3 Jahre alt.
we should have mic'd her.
Sehr gut.
She's right next to Tisha's mic anyways.
Anyways,
So you guys would probably know Tisha from a lot of Peter's photos. How long have you guys been shooting together for?
That's a good
What
question.
are you?
long time. I'd have to take
I'd
screens.
say
Save. Oh no, I can look on my phone.
2000 and,
Are you?
2000. So what are you guessing?
I
2000?
think 2009
2009.
or 2011.
I feel
2009 or 2011.
Not 2010.
So she definitely didn't shoot with me in 2010.
nothing waves.
I will find in a minute. But the first time was a commercial shoot. Was Jackie the makeup artist, Jacqueline?
Yep.
Is that how we got introduced? Because
Yeah.
I think she started working with me, and then all of a sudden, there's this model you have to. There's this one of my models. I think she said,
Yeah.
because everything she owned.
Yes.
Yes. Hi, Jacqueline, if you're listening. So we did,
3 minutes already.
because that was a makeup shoot, wasn't it? For her folio, or was that a commercial? I can't remember.
I can't actually remember. It was a really long time ago.
It's a really long time ago in your other life.
There I am in my other life. I was before that.
Your other life.
I do have
Before
a
you
folder.
moved over to Germany.
What do you think? When do you think it was, Pete?
Yeah, I think you're pretty accurate about 2009. I think the first shoot, we did that stuff based off some Kate Moss stuff I really liked, and then found out you liked Kate Moss's look too. Then I think your agency really liked whatever we did, so we started shooting a fair bit, just test shooting. And then you had a side hustle company. Yeah, was it
Inda.
Inda?
That was my skincare and perfume brand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and we had to do lots of shoots and stuff for that, and that was really nice because we
Yeah,
got
we did
to
some-
explore really beautiful
Those are like those
locations, the
beachy
beach
ones.
shots
Yeah.
and
I know
stuff like
those.
that, and the black sand beach, and because I actually couldn't. I remember seeing this volcanic shoot somewhere in Hawaii or something like that, and I thought, wow, that's beautiful. I really want to find something like that. I wonder if there's anything around Victoria, because I was living in Melbourne at the time. And yeah, and I did some research and found something, and then I was like, Pete, here we go. And it's like, oh God, a bit of a drive. And what's it called? Black hole.
Oh no, that was
Blowhole.
that was for Hasselblad. I was shooting a new X camera for Hasselblad. The indie stuff was done down at Portsea. Remember out in the sand and we built like a Balinese little hut on the end of the pier.
That was very early on. I
Yeah,
think that
that's-
must
that
have
was the
been
second shoot we ever did, I
that
think.
must have been maybe 2008. I don't
But
know.
it couldn't have been because we didn't start shooting until 2009.
Sorry, my daughter's trying to annoy
Kill
the
my
dog.
new
Kill
dog.
the brand new
She's
dog.
trying
and
to-
The dog's only 10 weeks old and she's dancing for it.
Full performance.
Full performance.
Like it
so
took
cute.
half an hour before we could even get her to touch it.
Yeah, and now she's just smothering
Obsessed.
it.
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
I shouldn't take so many
She's going to be
photos.
talking about this for a very long time. But yeah, so I'm
But-
back from Germany and made our way to Melbourne, especially to see you.
Man.
Well, if you hadn't come, I was going to come up to Sydney and see you. So
Yeah.
I had a backup plan.
You
So
had a
last time
backup-
you were down, it was very hard for us to catch up.
Yeah.
But
Do you want me to look for it?
No, I've found
But,
Tisha's.
we shot already
I
today.
know exactly.
That's some nice.
The
We shot already today,
photos.
and then look, there's one of mine.
Oh,
Yes.
2011.
2011.
Oh, so baby.
Yeah, just a baby. Gee, you looked hot back then.
You know.
I know. Now I'm a washed up
amazing
old
what-
model.
No, you.
No, you're not.
Wannabe actress.
It really annoys me because I'm not a big fan of shooting. Yeah, January 25th,
Wow.
2011.
Wow.
Not a big fan of shooting super young women or young girls.
But you
And I
shot
really
that really,
like as
what's her
you-
name? She's very famous now and now repped by IMG, so that's a lie.
What, Mika?
Mika?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
You
didn't
sh-
shoot her much.
But when
I'd
she was
love-
it was one of her first shoots.
I think that was because her mum.
Her mum,
Really
I only
wanted-
shot her one. I was only shooting a maximum once a year.
Yeah.
Because I just felt she was
But it
too
was those
young.
photos that got her.
I don't know.
I don't
if
think she's
it-
with
no.
IMG anymore. I think she said that they didn't get her much work.
No, she's still with Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, IMG dropped her before they even put her on the books. She was on hold to go on the books, which is dumb of them because she's ended up being
She's got guest campaigns now.
guest
Yeah, I
campaigns
know, I
halfway
saw
around.
that.
Half of the
I
world's
think I
got
texted
her.
you a while ago when I was in Germany, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Is this the Mika that I remember meeting at the shoot? She was like 11 or something, or 12."
Now she's.
Well,
all grown up.
hello.
The puppy. Hello, kid.
But I heard she's also Caribbean Breeze.
Oh, yes.
So much
So-
action today.
There is.
Yes, I can't find. It should have. I don't know why it's not here.
You want to get the puppy?
Gentle with Gidget, bub. Gentle. Remember?
Yeah, I don't think she wants to be picked up at the moment.
No more
That's why
picked
she's
up.
hiding.
She's very hot. It's very hot in the studio today. So
I don't know. It's something about dogs. I don't like getting picked up by the neck.
no.
you looking
Just
for?
leave her for a little bit.
There
darling.
should be a folder of models, but I don't know if it's Apple as. Oh, here we go. This might make it. Yeah.
No, before we go, okay? Just let her be for a little bit, okay?
Where we go?
Yeah, before we go.
But I don't want to go.
Yeah, I know.
How much longer? Where are you going back to Germany next?
But I
Yeah.
don't want to go.
We go to Sydney and then. Shh, I'm
I don't
talking.
want to go.
Can you go see and annoy Papa, please? We're off to Sydney next week, and then Noosa for a couple of weeks, and then Singapore, and then back to Germany.
Lovely.
And then we'll see you guys in
Europe.
Sweden or
Yes.
Berlin.
Oh, yes,
probably.
because we just. We'll.
Oh yeah, we haven't dropped it yet.
No, we haven't. This is a podcast exclusive.
You've given it away. We weren't going to announce it for another year.
Oh,
No.
sorry. Well, you
I'm
know,
lying.
well, you
No,
might
this-
not sell any tickets.
No, we have workshops for Europe available to book. So we're going to London, doing a masterclass with. Oh, this is bad of me. I can't remember their name. It's like a group of photographers there hosting Peter to do a masterclass in Lyon. Then we're going to Zurich, Berlin, and Stockholm. Be fun.
In London?
Cool.
I said London. That's
You
the
said
first stop.
London.
Well, I'll be definitely in Berlin or Stockholm. What are you doing?
I'm excited for Stockholm. We haven't been to Sweden before, so
Stunning.
Yeah.
One of I want to be adopted by the Swedes. They're
we were having a
beautiful
look
people.
at the analytics of who listens to our podcast, and we actually have quite a few Swedish people that listen to the podcast.
They are
so-
lovely and happy
Yeah, I think
and relaxed,
they're
and
like-
they know how to eat and drink, and not in a bad way, in a responsible way. And they're
unlike us.
and they're
Unlike
absolutely
us, yeah, we
stunning
can't be
looking as well.
responsible.
And Stockholm's beautiful.
I'm so excited. Do they have their stinky fish there?
They have lots of stinky fish.
What's that stuff called that people make all these videos of them like trying to eat it, and it's like
What's the stinky fish called? Robert? Robert. Stinky
The stinky
fish,
fish
from
that-
Sweden.
I think it comes in like a tin, and everyone like makes videos of them like gagging, trying to eat it. Yeah, that stuff. I will not be trying that.
Yeah, and then die. Ooh, it's like this.
Yeah, I will not be trying that. It sounds
Yeah.
horrible.
Are we going to go see ABBA?
I don't.
Do they have an ABBA museum?
Maybe they might. I don't know.
Well, it's
You're not
payback.
a tourist though.
Yeah, but it's me paying you back because you're going to try and make me go to Tay-Tay's museum next time we're in America. Oh, no, she won't be there anymore. She'll have left.
You are so obsessed with Taylor Swift. Every day, this man wants to bring up Taylor Swift.
Oh, mate, she's amazing.
Yeah, I do.
So
I want to bring her
I-
up and then flush her back
She's
down.
just changed the world
She's
for a better place.
I love her.
I love that you're doing this in front of camera, Heidi.
Yeah.
And she's carrying the dog toys around everywhere
She's
with
so
her.
cute.
So cute.
So cute.
So cute.
So, what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about photography? Because I have some.
Yeah, you said you had some questions. Right, give us some
Tisha's
questions.
recently, how long have you been doing photography now?
Well,
She's
I've
hiding.
always tried and wanted to be, but then I've really taken it seriously, and in the last year or two. So,
She's got
yeah, I've been working with some amazing clients and stuff like that, and I just wanted to ask Pete about some little questions that your viewers and listeners probably know the answer to, but I want to know.
That button there is
Yeah.
the on-off button.
Okay, thanks for that. Let me check if I have battery. I do, and I
I
have
don't
a
worry
card.
about battery and film. That
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
So this is my little daily one. This I take everywhere with me. I have a bit larger lens here, but I'm just going to keep my 28 on.
So what lens do you prefer?
Usually my 50, just
50.
because it's really gives a really nice portrait shirt.
Sorry, it's that time of the day where the roller door goes down.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that my daughter?
No, that's next door neighbour's roller door
Oh,
going
okay.
down.
I'm trying to always shoot in manual or aperture priority. Most of the time I'm
All right.
in manual.
Just so you know,
But
aperture priority,
Yeah.
shutter priority, and P for professional
I know
are
us.
all the same thing.
Make it. What do you say? You say us out of aperture.
No,
A for advanced.
A for A for advanced,
P for professional.
P for professional, S for superstar.
And M.
M for master.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is what so many, and I see lots of YouTube videos coming up about this where they're saying, yeah, don't go on anything, just go onto auto ISO. It's the same thing. So basically, for you to know what it's doing, if you get a camera on video especially and put it onto automatic, right? And you have someone walk in with a white shirt on and then someone walk in with a black shirt on, you'll see exposure changes. Well, the light didn't change. So why do you want your exposure to change based on what shirt they got wearing?
I don't know. I suppose it's just more for the photographers that have set up their shot and they're
All right.
working on that one subject,
So
and then
one of the tricks I learned in my early days of shooting commercially, when I shot in shooting bands and things like that, I only ever shot in manual. But I would have a flash on. I had a preset that I knew, which at night time, the same exposures all the time. And a certain distance off a person, the flash power's the same. So it's very quick for me to learn my settings for shooting bands. When I started shooting stuff from my own businesses, I started to get frustrated because of the exposure was varying so much in shots. So I didn't understand what your camera's looking at. It's just the white parts and the dark parts. So if you're standing there with a white shirt on, it's going to expose you differently than if you're wearing a black shirt. So this is where your face is more important than the shirt you're wearing, but that's changing that type of things. So what I did in the early days, especially when I was shooting fishing, I'd get it onto aperture priority, take a picture, look at it and go, yeah, I like that. Put that settings on the camera and put it to manual.
to manual. Yeah.
So it stayed there until the sun changed.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Because what the biggest issue I have is shooting in low light.
Yeah,
And-
ISO on that camera's not great. So
Not
it's just
great,
going to
yeah.
punch your ISO high.
Yeah, I try and do that, and then, but most of the time, 99% of the time, I'm always shooting in manual because because I love to have what I want, what I see is what I really want, and I don't want that to change in any other way. And if I need to do anything in Photoshop or Lightroom, it's just looking at the light levels and that's it. And maybe I like putting a bit of saturation in to my colours because I don't like colour.
Yeah. Wonder why.
It's
Been in my studio too long.
But for example, shooting, we shot this bag campaign, well, not a campaign, but we shot for a beautiful bag company from Helsinki recently. and we shot it inside, and it was in the middle of winter in Hamburg, and it was
Really
just
dark.
it was really fucking dark. I didn't use this camera. My photographer, he used his, but he'd been having issues with shooting in low light. So I'm sure everyone has this problem.
All right.
And
so
you
the
can
first-
say, oh, I can fix it in Lightroom, whatever. But it's when you're on the job, you really want to
not
show
that
the client that
yeah.
this is what I'm doing and I'm doing it right.
Fix it in Lightroom is still not the answer. Like, there's something I can do with my Hasselblad, which is absolute. I love it.
Yeah, but
I
not
can-
everyone can
No,
afford a
no, but-
$30,000
No,
camera.
but
Pete.
I wouldn't buy a Hasselblad for low light.
Yeah.
There's something I can do in there which is purposely underexposed and just use the exposure slider. It gives this beautiful film grain. Like, it makes it look so really cool, like really good. But I can't do that with Sony.
Well,
It just makes
what
it
can
look
we
like
do
crap.
with people who, are like me and who
Right,
are
so-
working with clients but want to be on the job and do something?
Yeah, fast lenses are expensive. So if the fastest lens you can afford is an f4, you've got to live with that.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I do is find out the acceptable ISO on my camera. So go out and purposely shoot the different ISOs until you say, no, I can't stand that, I
Mm.
can just get away with this, or find the ISO as the maximum that you are happy to use.
Mm-hmm.
Right, once you know that this is as larger aperture I can use, like wide it's open I can use, and this is the ISO I can use, learn how to shoot slower shutter speeds.
Okay, and you
When-
just on a tripod, or what happens if you want to do?
I don't know what your camera's image stabilizer's on, but the tripod doesn't fix the model from moving. It only fixes you from shaking,
Yeah.
right? So what I say is you need to learn to be more like a sniper,
Okay.
right? So what I mean by that, the really, really good snipers,
Steady
the same
hand.
as the really good archery people, they jump when they let go.
Okay.
They jump when the bullet comes out because they're not expecting it. So just squeeze, 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 bang. Right? They're not going click, bang. They don't know when the bang's going to happen, which means they're locked in, elbows are locked in nice and tight. It's in at the camera. They breathe out as they press, and it'll just go click, which means you didn't go click and put a drag in your picture. So most of the time when people, I see it so much as a photographer, Kiki. Whenever she shot, as she clicked, she leant back. She wondered why all the pictures were.
Oh,
no, she'd
okay.
lean in. She'd
Okay.
go click.
Oh, right.
She'd push in, and she'd always have the ears sharp. She'd pushed in that far. So every time she clicked, she leant in on the click, and that's why her photos were always either slightly blurry or focused back in. So you've got to get into this motion of squeeze, squeeze, and breathe out. And I can shoot down to a 15th without a problem as long as the subject's not moving like crazy.
Okay.
In the old days, I was shooting like a minute exposures,
What? Really?
and
Sitting on there on a tripod.
Anne did
Tripod,
a series
tripod.
with
That's a new form.
no,
of
but the model, yeah, they're on a
from
tripod,
Manfrotto.
but
Tripod.
well, they did used to have leaning props for people. They'd lean onto things
Yes.
to prop them,
them.
so they didn't move. Anne did, I'm not going to remember his name. He was the director of The Crow. He's Australian. A really, really good photographer too.
Yeah,
I can't
right.
think of his name.
Do you want me to look it up on IMDb?
No, it's all right. Well, yeah, you can do Bec's job.
I can do Beck's job.
I'll just sit here and drink wine.
Just when the 5D Mark
The
I,
Crow.
The Crow.
Yeah.
When the 5D
With what's his name? That died
Brandon
in
Lee,
Brendan Lee.
epic movie.
Mackie.
Alan, is it Alan?
Go on, think about it, and then
Anyway, so he did a,
it starts with A.
I think it starts with Alex.
Alex
Proyas.
Proyas.
Yeah.
Proyas.
Alex Proyas, yes. So he did a exhibition that was 5 frames in each series, and there was 5 series. And in his exhibition, he mixed all the pictures up.
Okay.
So you had to walk from room to room to find each of the frames that
that
told
mix
that story.
That went in. Yeah, cool.
And he shot it all at night time, all with available light only, no flashes, and all on the 5D Mark I, which the ISO, I think he shot it all at 100 ISO too,
Okay.
but he was using super slow shutter. So
Yeah.
Anne was one of the models, and they were using 30-second exposures. They're amazing.
Yeah, wow.
The pictures, his trick was he focused on something that didn't move. So if the model moved a bit, there's still that bedpost was razor sharp.
Okay.
And it might have been near her face.
Near her face, yeah.
And it completely sold out. So he only had, I think he had only 6 available of each print, and he completely sold out.
Yeah, wow.
It was an amazing series. And these pictures were blown up big. They were like 60, 40 inch type prints. And it just comes down to learning what you do. Like quite often I'll shoot at a 30th or 60th of a second. But I'm used to it because I learned that in my band days. So that's what I'd say, it's called
Practice.
learning your skill as a photographer.
It's really
It's
fun.
no different to
I
an
love
artist. An artist
Yeah.
has to learn how to do that beautiful brushstroke continuous. And a really good artist can draw a perfect circle with one stroke.
Yeah.
They don't have to do, they can just do one perfect circle. And it's just that practice. And even when I was learning makeup years and years ago with Karen, I couldn't get over, when I first started, I was hopeless. But it was amazing by continually practicing something, you just get better.
Don't you say it's like about 10,000
10,000 hours, yeah. I still believe in the 10,000 hour rule. Doesn't matter what you do. If I put you into a room with a piano and you had to do 10,000 hours in there, but you didn't see a coach or didn't see anyone, but you had played passionately and tried to teach yourself for 10,000, you'll be a great piano player.
Ask me anything about anxiety. I've spent 10,000 hours stressing about
You spent 10,000 hours stressing about your wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find out this morning
They
she
are.
spent 2 hours last night in the lounge room on the floor crying.
Oh.
She came in with puffy face today.
Oh, puffy face.
She had
Puffy
puffier
Bec.
face and little gidget.
Anyway, let's not talk about that.
And just one more question, because I find, I don't know what it is, but I find, especially working with film, which you don't really can do, you can't really work out because you can't look at the back and go, oh yeah, I did that right. How to get that really beautiful motion blur in a photo. I know this sounds really dumb, but I've tried it and I've been trying to like do the whole like slow shutter, click, move left, right, and it just looks like poo. Looks like a ball of fuzz.
Right, learn your skill on digital,
Yeah.
then go to your film.
And go to
I was going to ask, do you shoot on digital at all or just film?
That's digital.
this is digital.
Oh, it is digital.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
it's
it was
one
It
of
looks
these.
like it looks like
It's a hipster camera.
I thought it was film.
No, it's a hipster camera.
Oh,
It
it is
is.
film. I thought it was
Yeah.
digital.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a-
film.
Yeah.
There you go.
So ZFC.
It looks
they
really cool.
made it into, revived it a couple of years ago, and that comes out with cool colours and
Looks
stuff
like
too.
retro.
Yeah, it's pretty retro. Yeah.
But all I would say is, in this day and age, you've got the luxury of pre-setting up on that.
Digital and then shoot.
So if you're shooting 400 ASA film, you can dial in 400 ISO. You can do all this. Oh, that looks good. Now just dial those settings in on your film camera.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
not cheating.
Yeah.
In the old days, we used to have Polaroid backs. We'd drop a Polaroid in, take a test shot,
Yeah.
look at the Polaroid, and
Yeah.
then go, yeah, these settings are working, or no, these settings aren't working.
I remember those days.
Polaroid.
Well, I would keep the Polaroid.
Polaroids.
The photographer would be like, they didn't want my Polaroid, so I'd be like, can I have it? And because I see them just screw it up and just throw it away and. Oh.
What a waste.
I know
No, it was
they're gold
amazing
now.
back then. I remember when we were doing a couple of things with the fishing, we did some Polaroids because they were really important shots. And they just threw them away. They didn't think anything of them because it was just a Polaroid. Where there's upstairs, they've got like 400 Polaroids sitting on the bench up there.
Yeah, yeah.
I love Polaroids.
Do you think that's going to happen with, like, with the whole like film industry and stuff like that? Do you think DVDs and all of that kind of
No,
stuff?
film
VHS?
like there's still got, bands are still recording vinyl.
Yeah.
All right, so they're not recording on vinyl, they're
Releasing them.
Bringing it
releasing
out.
some stuff on vinyl. I'd say music, I don't think anybody has gone back to the old school, well, very few people
Yeah.
would be going back to the old school way of recording on tape and then putting it onto vinyl. It's been recorded digitally and then they use digital things that make it like tape. And this is where I made that change recently when I said I'm not shooting film anymore because it's too expensive, it's too slow, and I can get a better film-looking result on digital. And I've done tutorials on that. And I stand by it because in the music industry, they'll record everything digital and then they've got all these plugins of the old tape machines.
Yeah.
And then
So it's kind of like filters of what.
it's filters. It colours the
with
sound
photography.
back to that sound.
Yeah.
It's no different.
Yeah,
So-
right. Yeah.
And it's, I take my hat off to the people that they get their buzz out of the process of taking the picture, not the actual picture itself. So their buzz is, especially say, large format, all the slow work, dropping the thing, getting the one frame, then going back to all that the process is what they love.
Yeah.
They're not as interested in catching the best frame because they can't. They haven't got that choice. They've got that 1 or 2 frames is all they're going to take.
And that's exactly what art is, and that's like even with acting and stuff. You've got to really love the process, not necessarily the red carpet and what you see.
but when
there,
you're doing acting in a movie, you're going to do it over and over again. You don't get just one take. Whereas large format, it's just 9 times out of 10, it's going to be that's it. That's your only shot at it, and it's still going to be a nice picture. But if you had the chance of taking 30 pictures, you'd most likely have even a better picture. And I quite often say it's like if I say right, hole in one, you can have 1 shot or 100 shots. You're going to say I'll take the 100 shots.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And it's not like it's just that.
Hey, poop head.
Hi.
It's just, to me, the process of shooting film is not
Look at the
romantic to me
ducky.
anymore. It's too
It's not?
slow.
No.
It restricts me from getting
Mommy, look, the ducky.
Oh, ducky.
ducky.
Oh, it looks like
She can play
oh,
with the
there's
ducky.
the ducky.
You
Go
can
get
give
it.
her the
Yeah, do you
ducky.
want to play with the
But
ducky?
don't lose the ducky.
Play with
Yeah,
the
you
ducky.
can go play with the ducky.
Go play with the duck. Go show Papa.
Yeah.
Here, Papa.
Yeah.
Good mom.
She's been dead quiet all day till the microphone goes
I
on.
know, I know, and she wants to be around me.
Yeah.
Did you want more one?
Oh yeah, I'd have a top up. So
So what I'm saying is the people like going back to that old process because, I love the process of doing this. But is it getting better photos? No. And that's why I summed up over a year out of the 2,800 frames I shot on film, there was only one frame I loved.
Really?
And it was a fluke frame. It was the last frame. It was actually a test shot before I was about to take it was the last frame on it.
I find that's always the way, like when you're shooting anything analog or whatever, and you shoot, and even like when I'm doing auditions, it's usually the first bit,
Yeah.
piece that you put down. It's always the best.
It's like I shot film a lot. I can't do the darkroom because chemicals give me headaches. So
It does,
the
yeah.
darkroom's never been a thing for me. I had friends that loved it, so that was fine. But the shooting process, the older cameras, I really with my eyesight, like it's so hard for me to be comfortable. I got focus, and then I get to take a shot, and then I don't see it for a week later to see if I got it.
Got it right?
Right.
Yeah.
Goodness,
Oh, it's
over
been
there,
so
actually.
frustrating as
Whereas,
well.
especially with the mirrorless, or the mirrorless number one, I've got focus peaking. I can see a catch light going off in your eye. It's peaking. I know I'm razor sharp on your eye. I can see it. So, and then once I got you sharp, I could wait for your expression. And if you move a bit, I can quickly chase you. But on a film, if you move a bit, I've got to drop my magnifier back up, look in there, refocus on you, drop it back down, frame a picture again. It's just, I'm an eye photographer, and I'm trying to capture that soul that you models don't show very often.
I don't need the ducky.
Oh, you don't need the ducky? Okay, thanks. Yeah, wow. Yeah,
So
but
I'm
well,
so
that would have
much,
been-
for me, my skill, as much as I spend a
You
lot of...
broke the eye, the one?
Oh, no, I didn't. I almost dropped my whole glass of red wine on Pete's laptop, but that's okay.
I'm used to it. Beck does it all the time.
Don't tell lies.
So
Yeah.
where I'm more coming from is the thing that my skill, I think my best skill is in working with the people to capture that moment that I want to capture.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lighting, yeah, I've got better at lighting because I'm really fussy at not having to change too much in Photoshop.
Slowest photographer ever.
Yeah, slowest photographer ever. But that's where I'm looking for that eye. I'm looking for that split second I can see she's about to give me that eye click. I can't do that with film because you might have leant in as you're giving that eye. I can't refocus accurate enough. Even though I don't care about soft pictures, there's still a point of softness that I can't see the expression, but it's too soft.
Yeah, and if you do want that, you can just put an old lens
But
on.
there's amazing film photographers. I love their work to bits. They are very comfortable. They love it. With me, the mirrorless makes my job really easy, but I much prefer to shoot my Hasselblad. But I'm lucky the Hasselblad does have a very good viewfinder, so I don't need focus peaking. But the Hasselblad film cameras, I bought an $800 new ground glass screen with split vision to try and get more accurate. It was just hopeless, whereas I can still get in the Hasselblad manual focus. I can see the catch light in your eye because I can see so much. So I can see the catch light sharp in your eye, so I can chase you. But on a film, I can't chase.
Yeah.
I just don't. The main reason is because you got the split thing in the middle. I don't want your eye in the middle of my screen. So I've got to recompose after I've got there. Now I can't see it, and you lean in a bit, I've got to come back up. Whereas when I'm manually
lost it.
focusing with a Hasselblad, I can see the sharpness in your eye no matter where you move. And I can get my shot.
So
it's-
what camera do you recommend for us Paul buggers?
Is your microphone still stuck there, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Can
Sorry,
you-
I get paranoid. We've made too many
get
mistakes in the
paranoid about
past. I
everything.
know. Sorry. Anyway, continue. What did you ask?
Just something you can afford that feels good in your hand. The camera you've got there, like for you to spend, if you spent $10,000 more on a camera and lens, all it's going to do is give you more light, which means you're not going to have to, you might be able to go down to f1.2 or f1.8, which will give you much more light. It'll give you a better ISO, so you can shoot even darker places. It'll have image stabilizer, which means you can be a bit shaky. If the model's moving a lot, it's not going to fix that. That's all it's going to give you.
Yeah.
But if you're not shooting much really low light, you don't need.
Yeah.
Like I today pulled out this 100 ISO. You saw those shots. They're pretty nice, aren't they?
Yeah, they're gorgeous. Yeah.
Right. And that's on, I think that's cameras in 2014. And I'm falling in love with that when I've got light.
How much is that one, do you think, if it was on for sale?
This, I wouldn't say buy this exact one. I'd
Okay.
say buy this one with a different back. This has got the 200 megapixel back, but that's a multi-shot, which I'll never use. So if you can just buy, it's the H4D. If you bought the the H4D 50 CCD, you should be able to pick them up around about the $2,000-3,000
Yeah, that's pretty good.
with a lens.
Yeah. So you don't need the new green one, the
The green one.
the green one that they shoot outdoors, and you just they've got a new Hasselblad that they've just
Oh, it's
brought out.
horrible.
Yeah.
The X2D.
See, I wouldn't.
I can't
I
remember.
got any of the
It's
X's.
green. I know it's green.
The green one.
It's like army green. It's like
I love the
for
fact
those
that the-
people
the-
who
the
shoot
X's now-
birds and
Oh,
stuff.
so they're camouflaged.
I love the fact that it's mirrorless, but it puts nothing in your viewfinder, which is the reason you go on mirrorless. So you might as well not be mirrorless because the viewfinder doesn't give you focus, doesn't give you overexposure warnings, it doesn't give you histogram, it doesn't give you anything. So it's a piece of
point
crap.
of it?
It's pointless.
Yeah.
It's like the show before Tipping Point.
Yeah.
They should have tipping pointed it off.
Yeah.
In fact, Sony, you need to go out and buy Hasselblad back
Yeah.
and then employ me to bring it back to a photographer's camera.
Should we tag all these companies in as rings?
No, I don't do tags.
No, I know. I'm just
It's
kidding.
even like
I'll do it
Leica's
for
brought
you.
out a new camera today,
Oh, really?
and all the things I've read about so far, I'm just going, I don't want that. I don't want that. I
No.
don't want that. Guess what? You didn't get my sale
Yeah. Why? What's wrong
because
with
it's
it?
got all the stuff they're doing and stuff I don't care about. Super fast autofocus. Well, sorry, I don't use autofocus on my Leica.
Yeah.
All right, now 30 frames a second. I'm not going to shoot 30 frames a second. That's like 24 frames a
It
second
sounds like
as
it's
video.
made for sports people.
It sounds like
But
it's made for
Leica's
lazy
not as-
photographers.
Yeah, it should be.
Who photographers who want to look like photographers.
It makes me annoyed that most of the camera companies are now trying to make cameras for people who aren't photographers.
Yeah.
I want them to make me a camera that gives me the information so I'm confident I'm doing my job properly.
They
But I
should
want to
just
have
hire
full
you
control.
and take you in there.
They
and
won't, because-
so, like, you know, one of those racing car driver people that they go in and they design a car because it's like, I've had so much experience, I'm going to design my own racing car.
Racing car people do not design cars for the road.
No, no. I'm talking
They're
about
just-
racing car. Like, I'm talking about Formula One or whatever.
They don't even do that. There's smarter people than the driver. The driver just gets in there and uses the machinery for what it is and just goes, the brakes are shit, it's understeering, and they fix it.
Yeah. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I'd love. It's never going to happen, but I'd really love a camera to say, "Hey, Peter, designs a camera, will build it exactly for what you want."
Well, maybe.
And it wouldn't be a high megapixel. Most would be around 24 megapixels. It wouldn't have autofocus at all.
It'll make you work hard for it.
No, it'd make you decide where you want. It'd have really, really good focus peaking. It would have over and underexposure warnings. You'd have a button to press to get false colour, which you don't even know what I'm talking about now. But a false colour is one of the best ways of checking your exposure, especially on skin.
So, yeah, like if you need a white balance or something like that.
No, false colour is about exposures, not colour.
Oh, okay.
Basically assigns a range within an exposure gets a colour. And now we know that the range for your skin is grey to pink. So all I have to do is press a button. If your skin's going grey to pink, I've got you perfectly exposed. It's that simple. And then anything red is overexposed, anything purple is underexposed. And you can just go false colour, bang, oh shit, I'm underexposed down there, I'm overexposed there, maybe I need to control my light better.
Sounds technical.
It sounds technical, but one company I was talking to me about said, yeah, nobody would understand it. So I'll do a YouTube video. It'd take me a second. And once you understand it, it's the most easiest way to get your perfect exposure because it's telling when you're right and then showing you what is wrong. And then you can go, I don't care about the clouds. I don't care about her black shoes. I care about this. And then, or you can go, oh no, those clouds are important to me. I need to change something. Maybe I need to bring a light onto Tisha so I can get that detail in the cloud. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So it's like a posterization of your picture into colours, and you know that these colours are skin colour, this is your skin exposure, this is overexposed and this is underexposed. Everything else doesn't really matter. And that way I could just look at the most important things. And once I've got my exposure that I'm happy with, it means I can now be creative because I can shut technical off. I don't think about technical at all. I only think about what I'm creating. And when you're comfortable, you've got your exposure, that works. When I'm not comfortable if I'm getting my exposure right is when I'm not then creating because I'm questioning my exposure.
Yeah, because you're too busy thinking about that, and then you can't put your emphasis on what you're here for, which is
to
the
create
person,
something.
and their emotion and what it's ticking. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So this is like essence of last week.
Oh,
We're
is
just
it?
talking across Beck.
I
She's
don't
sitting in the
mind.
middle.
Who was here last week?
We had a model.
Lilith.
Lilith last week.
She's a model from the Czech Republic. She travels around a little bit, and she was in the studio with us. So we did a podcast with her, and we were talking to her about modelling and stuff. And her and Peter were in discussion. I just sat here and drank wine, did what I do best. Just sit here and drink wine.
No, we're going to do... So Beck has a new art. She's got a new skill.
What's that?
What is it? I don't know.
Cleaning houses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she had House Alone on her own. She spent the whole weekend cleaning, listening to Taylor Swift.
And Bring Me the Horizon.
And
two
you
movies.
built something. No, you didn't. You got friends to come around to build it.
No, I tried. I was full confident I was going to do it, and then my friends came over and I just asked for help. They
And
built
they
a new
built it.
cat tree for my cats.
Oh, cool.
Because we got a new kitten, and he
A
has
new lion. It's not a kitten.
I know.
He was
what's the
Grim.
Grim. I was like Grim.
Grim.
He was tiny, and now he's massive, and he's found this new love of climbing the curtains. And he had a little cat tree, but he's grown massive, and he was too big for it, so I got him like a 2-meter cat tree.
Oh my God.
And I was,
We had a neighbour
Loves
who
it.
was having a garage sale, had this
yeah, this was
amazing
ridiculous.
cat tree, and went up there and goes, we're shut. So he only wanted to run there. They're running it for 3 weekends, a garage sale, but they only want to knock off like at 2:30 each weekend.
Oh, what?
I said, well, I haven't got time. We'll keep it for you. You can come back next week and get it. It was $100, and it was in brand new nick. It would have been perfect. Went back next week. Oh, sorry, we sold it during the week.
Oh, thanks.
that's all right. I ended up getting the one I ended up getting. I got it
There's
off
me.
Marketplace for $100, and it was brand new in the box.
Brand new.
Brand new in the box. I put together that, but yes, I cleaned.
Was it made in China? Was it electric?
It's got a
Is it like
Japanese
an electric
toilet.
car? Has it got a Japanese toilet? Lift
Yeah,
it
it
or
goes-
something? Are your cats now sitting here going,
They
the lid
absolutely
lifts?
love it. He stopped climbing the curtains. He just-
completely? I thought you said he...
He tried to.
You need to maybe get new curtains for the bedroom and then hang one of those curtains
That's
off
what I
it.
was thinking of doing.
And then get Jared to do visuals on the curtains so he'd run up with the visuals.
But I had full intentions of building it myself, but it was one of those things that it was like all in pieces, and the only instructions is just one diagram with like arrows and stuff everywhere.
So
and I'm
wasn't
like,
IKEA friendly.
no, it was, and I was like,
But Beck wasn't smart enough that there was a certain number part.
She was at Spartans.
No, it wasn't smart.
Oh, I
enough.
thought she said she was at Spartans.
No, Spartans are next door, the gym.
When would that happen?
So she goes, I've got 5 of these, but the plan only says 3. Oh no, there's another 2 used over here.
no, because there's 2 little cubby holes and they didn't have any numbers on them, and I was like, why are these 5 little fluffy parts and there's nothing here says 5, and then I was like, oh, there's 5 little cubby holes. Got it.
No.
Oh.
So the cat's happy?
The cats love it. The
Okay.
palace. Although Grim gets really possessive because he thinks it's his palace, and Sissa jumped up on it last night. He was not happy.
Not
He was
happy?
like jumping, like swiping at it. Get off.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was a little
Sounds
cat
like
fight.
Beck and her snuggles bed.
My snuggles bed.
So what's the plans for you, Pete, and the studio and everything? Like, are you going to do like an amazing exhibition, a world exhibition, and like, you know?
Yeah.
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 Had enough trouble. Beck and I spent, I'd say, a year and a half just trying to find someone to print a book.
She's got sediment in it.
No?
Can't
Cannot find
printer.
a printer that can give us a reasonable quality without the book having to sell for like $300.
What about in Berlin? They have some really nice printers there.
We've got,
There's a really nice book printer. I'll find the
I'm-
contact. I can't remember, and I'll send it to you.
I've been giving a new name of someone to talk to and see them. I want, because, and I'm not being over fussy or anything, but I've seen a few people like Vincent Peters and a few other photographers go through an Italian printer, and I see that they allow them to set the black point and the white point for the paper so their work is shown the way it needs to be seen. And that's all I want. But most of them, you look at the books and sort of like the black looks like this rainbowy black. It's no detail, it's just blocked up.
Yeah.
And because I'm so fussy with my lighting and editing to make sure I have that, it's the last thing I want.
You don't want it to get lost in
I
the
don't want to get
printing.
I'd rather not have a book than
Is it the
not
paper
print it.
quality or is it
No,
the
it's
ink?
because
What
it's
is
the
it?
ink.
Way
It's the ink, yeah.
Yeah, so I remember
Oh, you guys
watching,
made me ink.
I remember watching, there was a really cool YouTube on a photographer doing his book through one of these Italian printers. Are really good. They set the grey at a certain, he goes, yeah, that grey, that's where I want my greys.
Okay.
And then his blacks and his whites worked. No, Helmut Newton was super fussy.
He's got an exhibition that's finishing soon. It's called Berlin.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's getting dangerous at the
soon.
moment. There's some limited edition Helmut Newton's just gone for sale, and
Really?
Yeah, I really want to get one, but
How much are they?
Like
Pretty
$2,000.
it'll come out of my super. It'll be something.
You're super.
Yeah, well, I can pull out of my out of my investment money because it is an investment, because it's a sign, so it's a one-off.
Yeah,
one.
wow. Okay.
But it's
Special.
There's a special. It's an image I really, really like because I know the story behind it. But he was so fussy. He'd go to the printer with a Stanley knife, and he'd just see the print, no, not to my quality, and just slice it down the middle with the Stanley knife.
Savage.
Radio.
He would just rip them apart. No, but
That's how brutal and
on the internet. I have no control how someone's monitor is, or how it's viewed, or what damage is done by friggin' Instagram or Meta or Twitter or whatever. In a book, I do have the control, but what I'm setting up at the moment is doing some one-off limited prints, not super expensive, because even some of the shoots we've done,
yeah, you should.
there's like a couple of killer shots, but then there's 20 or 30 amazing shots where I could sell them as one-offs. It's the only print ever to be sold. And, you know, you girls
So have you found a printer for those?
I found a printer to do
Oh, okay. Here in Melbourne or?
here in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So printed in Australia, printed on proper archival, like the guy that I'm, Les Walkling, who is like a scientist of friggin' print, amazing landscape photographer as well, but I didn't realise he was printing. The second I found out he was actually printing, Like, he was the one who does all my profiles for my printers. He used to profile my cameras. In fact, this camera here, I found out this was Les Walking's camera.
Oh, really?
Yes, this
okay.
was gifted to him by Hasselblad when it very first came out. 200 megapixel multi-shot. It was only we were talking on the phone. He goes, "I bet you've got my camera."
Yeah.
And we've checked up, and yeah,
And it is. Oh,
But,
shit.
but it's not. Like
Full circle.
his son came out and did one tour in my workshop. So I'm so different to him. He's just so technical, and I'm so not technical. But
You're not technical?
no,
Oh.
not compared to these guys. No, I'll get technical to what my eye wants to see. I don't get technical to what, say, a camera club or what universities or. I get technical to my head.
Your
Then I go
formula.
creative.
Yeah.
But yeah, we spoke, and we're sort of sending him an email to get the quotes. But he will do the printing. It'll be one-off, single stamp. Nobody else can ever have that
Yeah.
signed
Amazing.
picture.
Wow.
It might get printed in a book somewhere. It might be sold as a 8x10 or something, but nobody else will get it signed. And I'll say one of one,
Yep.
only ever print.
Yep.
Not even the artist copy. So if you have that, that is the only print. So we're just setting up that now.
Cool.
And there's certain shoots I've done, like the bunnies. There's at least 400 one-offs in there.
Yeah, wow.
Because they've got the bunny heads on. You don't have to care about expressions on faces.
Yeah.
So every picture, so many pictures are awesome. And I did a shoot with Shade the other day, and seriously, nearly every frame was just so
Is that the
beautiful.
lying down one? Yeah.
Every frame was just so beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Like there's a couple of hero shots that won't be one-offs, but there's a lot of shots that just one step back from hero that would be.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Didn't you only shoot like just over 100 frames and like 90 of them were?
Yeah, 110 frames and 97 frames I've marked as keepers.
Really?
Yeah.
Of Shays?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it was
That's
shooting. She
amazing.
was just laying, and I had the camera set up. I
And
couldn't
you shot
even.
her upside down.
I
though.
shot her upside down.
Yeah.
I had the camera set up, and I had a trigger to fire the camera because I couldn't even reach where the camera was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you were all cool.
But she just worked to the camera, and I think that was part of it. And also, the thing is, imagine your camera's here on you.
yeah, it's not very...
No, when you're laying down.
When you're laying down, everything's...
Yeah, but as soon
Everything's
as,
how I
yeah, but
feel.
as soon as you lift the chin back a little bit, it looks amazing.
I feel like a blob when I'm lying down.
Yeah.
Poor Joe.
I did a paint, like a very, very famous paint commercial, and I had to lay down, and the photographer was up like that high and built a floor, semi-floor with construction
A
and
semi-floor.
shot yeah, like a semi, like in the middle of the room.
Like a semi.
Not a real floor, like
Not
a
a
semi-floor.
full-on, just a
Not
semi.
It's just a semi. And he shot on me, and he's just, and I'm just like, this doesn't feel very flattering. I'm just laying there like
But he had a
dead
semi,
ant,
so it was fine.
literally. So yeah, it's not flattering at all. I know that, but yeah, I'm sure she can make anything.
No, but a lot of. You saw the ones in Natasha with the coffee.
Coffee beans.
That was
yeah.
all shot from above. No, what you got to get the camera behind you, not down here, and it instantly
work-
So you
makes
don't
you.
see the double chin.
No, you don't see any of that. It
Well,
instantly
back
boosts.
then we didn't have them.
Yes, you do.
What? No, not
Yeah,
back
she
then.
always
I never
had
had a double
No,
If
I
you-
used to
the
have.
problem is, as you get older, you bring it back in like a Beyonce face.
Because I feel like it's because I'm always down like this looking at my
should,
child.
No, in fact, you
So I'm
should.
always like-
She's got 33 Grammy Awards by that face.
Me and Robbie were talking before because how tall is Robbie? Like 6'7".
6'7",
Yeah.
or something.
I was talking about one of my best friends and one of my bridesmaids. I think she's like 5 foot. And she's like, I can literally put my chin on
Chin
top
on
of
her
her head.
head.
But when I talk to her, I feel like I have to like bend down. To,
Yeah,
like,
this was
talk to
always
her.
my problem with all my friends. Like my two ex-best friends, they're so tiny, and they were like 5'2", both of them. And I was always like this. I just felt weird. I've always felt weird. being
I've
this
embraced being tall now. I used to hate it when I was
Yeah.
younger. When I like.
You
whereas-
love being tall now. You
Now I
looking
love-
Well,
down
now
on
that I'm
the
in
plebs.
Germany, I don't
Oh.
stand out so much. Everyone's tall. It's because I live in North Germany. Everybody's extra tall. All the women are tall.
Love that. I love
Yeah.
being tall.
I thought you'd stand out heaps. You got blonde hair. Isn't everyone Middle Eastern over there now? Oh,
Peter,
sorry.
you can't, this is a podcast.
Can't say that.
I can. I watch the news. Am I commenting about the news I see? Well, that's the way it comes out on the news.
That's the way it comes out on the news.
God, oh my goodness.
No.
No. Oh, that's right. We got
No.
we got new freedom of speech rules coming in Australia, which means you're now not allowed speech. What's
Yeah,
you looking
should
at?
be like that.
It's
Making
still
sure
working.
Yeah, just checking. I know we are in focus. I could see on the screen. It's still
We are
working.
in focus.
Yeah, I get paranoid about things.
He's like,
I know. Oh, sorry
like,
for
"Can
the
we
last
wrap it up in 10
podcast.
minutes?"
We're now exposure changes.
time
Because
is it?
we're just using
I have to get going
413.
soon.
How long have we been going?
10, we're going to go
53
in about
minutes.
Nearly finished.
10 minutes.
Just
Yeah.
about finished.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's okay.
so when we do our podcast, we use natural light most of the
auto.
time, and when the sun comes in and out, we have it on an ND auto
ND.
adjust, which doesn't adjust as much as auto. The problem is we found if we're in auto, if Beck moved and it saw the white wall at the Sycamore, it'd blow us out. So
Yeah.
And anyway,
you can
it's a
see
pod-
my red
it's a-
chest.
it's a-
I only have
red-
this red chest
a
when I'm in
podcast.
Australia.
look at the little tan
Yeah.
lines.
It's just
my
like,
hair
as soon as I get here, my chest goes bing. I'm like a radiator.
2 days
I'm like
ago-
back with
2 days
skin
ago we
cancer.
No
2
more of
days
that.
ago, we stole Tisha's beach.
Yeah.
And did a shoot with Rara at Tisha's beach. Tisha's never going to talk to me again.
No.
It was different.
I was like, oh.
Except for the
It's
one.
different, yeah.
No,
because
even
she's washed up out of that black beach over there.
no, but she couldn't do the in the sand because that's all changed. It's much more pebbly down near the water.
Oh, is it?
The fine sand wasn't near the water.
Wow.
Also, those
Tide was
gorgeous black wall shots I did with you.
Yeah.
We weren't round that hot. We were on a different black wall that had white veins. So we
But
didn't.
that white, it looks amazing. The white,
white
veins.
veins are
yeah,
pretty cool, yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
But I put on sunscreen, but I didn't reapply, and so now, and I was wearing a t-shirt,
You're
so
gonna do
now
it like every
I
2
was also
hours.
spraying the sunscreen, but I didn't realise there's this little strip around her
because I was
belts.
wearing
So she has these
high-waisted
little
shorts.
red.
I was wearing high-waisted shorts and like kind of a crop top, but because they were high-waisted shorts and the top it met for the most part, but there's this tiny little strip like right here that goes around in
Oh,
red.
no. Ouch.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame.
So what's your
because
wedding dress like?
Her
Is it
wedding dress
strapless?
has got an opening right about there, so everyone's going to see.
No, it
I'm
doesn't.
joking.
No, it just should go away in a month. Oh my god, it's a
Should.
month. Oh my god.
So, all right. So get a shirt, cut the sleeves off, and then go outside. Leave the shirt
I'm gonna get a
sleeves.
spray tan
No,
anyway.
you're going to get a spray.
You're going to
Yeah.
get a spray tan? No. Why?
Didn't you get a spray tan for your wedding? I think you might have.
I love being tan.
Oh yeah. By the way, I don't
What
shoot
does this-
weddings.
I don't think it
but
suits her
this
that
person
much.
here forced me to shoot her wedding.
Well, how did that turn out? So don't get Pete to shoot your wedding.
Oh yeah, I was really embarrassed because I should have told you I'm not wearing a suit, and I was the only person not wearing a suit. It was 40,
Fucking 40
100
degrees
degrees
and
the humidity
1,000
through the roof.
yeah, 1,000.
Everyone else was nearly dying, and I'm there going, "Thank God I got a Hawaiian shirt on."
Well, yeah, it was a great party.
It was a good party. You said
Yeah.
it wasn't a wedding; it was a fashion shoot.
Yeah, it was a fashion shoot. It was a wedding.
Fashion
I
shoot.
feel like that's going to
Look
be.
at my little stink bug and her jeans and her. But she's wearing the same as me.
No, I wonder why. Who dresses her every morning?
Yeah, little 70s jeans and her white singlet.
She's got dad's t-shirt and mum's jeans.
But
wife beater.
imagine, just thinking back. So, and this is more a me thing about
Getting
people
married.
that think.
Don't get married.
Don't get married.
No, this is on a different. This is what the people who
Give me a
think
splash before I go.
they can't. That,
The last pour, the evening sip. The evening sip.
this is a bit heavy, but it's true. If you think about all the people that think their life's worth nothing, I can't do anymore, and unfortunately they might get in a bad headspace one night and do something stupid. But if you think about you, all the things that you were looking for years and years ago, they've come around, haven't they?
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
This is it.
How many nights do you cry about not having one of these
yeah.
little things?
And now look.
How many? Yeah.
Now I'm still up crying every night having one of these.
regretting everything.
She's having coughing fits last night, and I'm laying there wide awake, worried, going, "Oh my God, she's going to die of asthma."
Beck, like it's like 2 years of crying that Jared wouldn't propose to her. Last night she spent 2 hours crying that he did because now she's got this wedding crap she has to put up with.
Weddings are fun. Though. I'm going to go now.
I wonder who she takes after.
Oh, you should see the talent show. She did a talent show in the middle of NGV at the Kusuma exhibition, Everyone stopped. No one was allowed to get onto the set. She was doing a talent show. She was going, go away, Mama, you're too close. Go away, I'm going to do you're not part of the talent show.
This is just like a mini Bec. I have to put up with this all day long.
Don't touch the camera.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is just, she's going to be like a Bec. She's
Yeah.
growing up. So I'd start feeding her wine now.
She does. She goes, can I put my finger in there? That's what she says.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways,
You
we've
guys
hardly let Bec talk.
Doesn't
Sorry,
matter.
Bec.
don't
Oh,
be sorry.
sorry, Bec.
Don't be sorry.
Taking over.
So fine.
So you're going to talk about
older
your-
sisters
we'll
come
let you,
back.
We'll let you
Bam, bam,
finish up.
bam.
What did you do last weekend?
Cleaned my house. Jared was away on his box and I got to work with the gloves on and I scrubbed that house and it was Bec's Barbie dream house. I threw out some very disgusting things that I found and it was sparkling. It smelled beautiful. I got to take up the entire bed. The house is clean. And then Jared got home on Tuesday.
Did he realise what you did?
Yes.
He
He had to.
That's
He saw
nice.
it on Instagram.
Oh, okay. If he didn't,
If he didn't, he would have been dead.
Well, he was
He would
like,
have been dead.
he's like, it is very clean. And he came in and he dropped his bag my bag that he took away, my country road bag.
he's taken my country road bag too. I want
never
my
use
country
the
road bag.
He's-
What is with guys stealing my
don't.
It
country
has
road
been
bag?
he got in and he put it by the sliding door just near the front door in the lounge room. And it's still there.
Yeah.
It's Friday. It still has not been unpacked. It is still, and I'm like,
Just, all right, so it's photograph it every day
is
and
Bec.
not say anything until
That's
he
what I
waxes
do
it.
to him. But then he goes, stop nagging. He uses the nagging
no,
thing.
so I haven't said anything. I just look at it every day and I'm like, this was Bec's Barbie dream house. This is not Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa house.
Yes, it's now a Taylor Swift house.
It was
A
fun.
disaster. No, now it is a disaster.
I got to listen to Taylor as loud as I wanted, and no one could complain. It was
Except
so
the
good.
Indian neighbour.
No, they moved out, and
They moved out because of Taylor Swift.
No, it's the old grumpy guy across the road that's the complainer. Anyways,
This is art.
you guys have dinner that you need
You've
to
got
get
to go
to, so we
dinner,
don't want to
and-
keep
Yeah.
you too much longer. But
Thanks.
Thank you
for joining us. for
As
our
we say,
podcast.
toy, toy, toy.
toy,
Toy, toy.
Pause.
And everyone knows we're not very. Oh, I wish I had a reverse camera.
Yeah, my partner's standing behind and he's
Going
half
topless,
naked.
he's flashing his nipples at us. Anyway, I think it's time to go.
You guys have a good week. We'll see
Thanks.
you.
For listening to
we'll
us.
leave the little munchkin head there. In fact, that could be our thumbnail.
That'll be our thumbnail.
Let's squeeze up behind her.
This'll
and
be our
this'll
thumbnail.
be our thumbnail.
Perfect. Have a good week, guys. Bye.
Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.